welcome back to my channel. I am really tired, but I'm also staying awake because I can't sleep. It's literally 2 a.m. I have school in 7.5 hours, but I don't care. So I decided to make a video because I have nothing better to do and I'm really bored. And I'm semi-tired, but I'm so tired that I'm wide awake, if that makes sense. So I decided to do a little story time about how my family is haunted. I mean, it's not really a story time, but it's telling about how my family's haunted and technically tells different stories of what's going on and everything. So yeah, let's get right into this. So back in 2009, my mom married this guy. We're gonna call him Charlie. So Charlie had been known to have weird ghost experiences, and we didn't know this until after we'd moved in with him, obviously. And so we move in with Charlie and everything. My mom has a kid with him and everything, and then I think she was still pregnant with my little sister Addison at the time when we decided to move into this one trailer. So we moved into the trailer, and these weird things started happening. So I would wake up to weird noises, and I would see weird shadows and everything, and I'm okay, it's probably nothing. But one night I heard chairs moving, and so I just thought that it was Charlie getting home from work, but no, it was not. It was something else happening. I don't know what it was. The chairs were all moved around the kitchen when we woke up in the morning, so that was one of the first weird things that had happened. And then another weird thing that happened was that there were these little child toilets and everything to potty train your kids. We had one, and it was one of the ones that sang when you went or whatever. And so one night out of nowhere, this toilet is outside in my room in the hallway because we hadn't really been using it because my brother was only starting to get potty trained but not fully. So we just had it out in the hallway, and it started going off. And I thought maybe just someone had bumped into it, whatever. And so I went and peeked out of my room thinking my mom was up and feeding my baby sister. And then there was no one there. So I'm alright, and it still kept going off. So I went and I picked it up, turned it over, and flipped the off button so that it would not go off anymore. I go back to my room. As soon as I lay down, it starts going off again. At this point, I'm freaked out because I'm I just turned it off. I know I just did. And I go out again to look at it, and it's turned back on. So I turn it off again. And it didn't do anything for the rest of the night. But then one day, Charlie was taking pictures with one of those ghost camera things to try and trick us or whatever, to think there was actually ghosts in the house. But then he turned it off and took a picture of my mom, and standing next to her was this little girl who was floating off the ground that far, and she had a white gown on and dark hair in front of her face. It literally looked like the girl from The Ring. And it was terrifying. And so we went and looked through all the photos you could add to all the different ghost images you could add to the photos to see if somehow it had not turned off all the way, and she didn't look like any of the ones that were on it. So we kind of freaked out. And then Charlie decided to tell us that he had been haunted since he was a child. He would wake up with this black mass, black thing choking him every night when he was a kid. But it actually helped him one night when he was a child because he was having an asthma attack. His parents didn't know he had asthma. He was having an asthma attack, and something woke his mom up and got her to go to his room and help him because he was having an attack and everything. So it's actually helped him. But then when he was with his ex-wife, she and him were asleep in their bed and everything, and all of a sudden all this dark smoke started coming into their room, and it was choking him and everything. And so he tried waking her up, and she saw it too, and she was like, dude, what the hell's going on? Like, the windows were completely closed and everything. There was no way, like, it could have been smoking up and everything. So they, like, went out to the living room, and then, like, to make sure, and, like, they checked on the kids to make sure, like, nothing was happening or whatever. They go back into the room, and the smoke's completely gone. And again, with his ex-wife, he heard knocks at the door the one day, and so he thought it was just their little kid, Nick. And so he goes to the door to check it, like, because he had said, hey, come in, Nick, and no one came in. So he went to go check the door, and there was no one there. And so he went back to bed, and a little while later, there was another knock. And he went to go check it again, and there was no one there. So he goes out to the living room, and sitting in this chair is his grandpa. Like, his grandpa, who, like, did not live anywhere near him and everything, was sitting in the chair. And then, like, the next morning, he got a call from his dad saying that his grandpa had passed away. His grandpa had passed away and was sitting in his chair. Like, what? Like, that's some demon shit right there. So, yeah. And then here at this house now, where I live with my grandparents, my aunt, and my mom, there's been a few strange things happening, mostly because I try to use Ouija boards, which I should probably not do, because I'm gonna bring demons into my house. But there's been, like, just weird sounds, and there was this one day, I, like, go out of the bathroom, like, because we have our bathroom, like, down the hallway and everything, so I, like, get out of the bathroom, I look down the hallway to start heading back to my room, and I see someone, like, run, like, past the hall, like, the end of the hallway, like, toward our kitchen, and so I, like, rush down there thinking, like, something bad happened, like, one of my family's injured, or is, like, dying, and we need to, like, get them to the hospital or everything. I go out, and my mom is asleep in the living room, my grandpa's in his office, and my aunt and my grandma are at work. None of them had ran past. And so I freaked out. And then just the other day, this one's kind of a not, like, serious, like, ghost thing, but my grandma, like, misplaced her glasses and everything, and so we were all looking for it, and then, like, after looking for about an hour, we could not find her glasses. For some reason, up on, like, the very highest shelf that we have, her glasses were just sitting there. And you would not have noticed them unless you were coming down the hallway and you looked up, because our cabinet is, like, right there, and it was on top of the cabinet. And it was really weird. We were freaked out. But, yeah, I think that's all my ghost stories. I don't think I have any other ones. So, yeah, that's how I am haunted, and my stepdad is haunted, and we're all gonna get attacked. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me telling you my crazy experiences. I'll let you know if any more weird crap happens. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I don't die. I also cut my hair, by the way. But stay awesome, stay beautiful, stay strong. I love you all, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye. Mwah.